state of mind, eyes blind and
Hi guys, welcome back. I know we just beat the mess in our home, but guess what? Even though that mess is gone, different kinds of messes have already appeared in other areas of the house too. So today we are beating the mess again, so stay tuned for all the messy before and afters. This time we will be decluttering and organizing and even get a tiny house project done too to make the cleaning easier. As always, my goal is to simplify things wherever I can so there is less to do and more time to actually enjoy. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Beat the mess faster round 2, here we come. Now let's see with what we are working today. So this side of the house isn't too bad since last time we did a good job restoring it, but since then what made the new mess, and as I mentioned in the intro we will have different kinds of messes, is mainly the new things with what we flooded our home. As you can see, the hallway is a mess, and once we get there to clean it, I will tell you what is that simple thing what made this mess to happen. Then my son's room isn't too bad. There are a couple of new things as well for my spring cleaning, but I think his room as for now won't need a clean. Then here comes the worst, our room or our daughter's room, since this room is used as 2 different areas and one side still isn't under use. Sounds a bit confusing, right? But I will explain it later on. So this room gets to store all the new things, but ultimately makes it the messiest as well. Since I feel like the best way to encourage and motivate you guys is to show the real before and afters and even the in-between moments, I thought I would do that in this video as well. I feel like this is the best way to keep my videos authentic. I am trying to be as honest as possible here, so no gatekeeping. I know I am definitely not the only one who struggles to keep her house perfectly tidy all the time, and trying to prove this as to anyone else or even to myself really wouldn't help any of us. So instead I accept it, I embrace it, and I just try my best to turn our home into a low maintenance but still cozy and homey space. Now, before you would think that there is so much mess, why is she starting with clearing her coffee table? My answer is, let's work smarter, not harder. Since the only thing what makes the living room look messy is the coffee table with all the tie samples and random bits on its top, once we clear that and give the floor a quick vacuum, the whole living room will basically cleaned under 10 minutes. And honestly, who wouldn't love to have a whole room cleaned in under 10 minutes? Also, if you remember in my previous video, my beat the mess faster number 1 tip was to first get the bigger and or easier tasks done to show your brain that you don't need to work hard to get your space cleaned. When you see how quickly a space can look better, it motivates you and almost turns it into a little challenge that how fast can you clean the next messy area.
it is getting dangerous. I don't wanna fight the feeling inside, 'cause you're
I actually wasn't planning to dust today, but it's so hard to keep up with the dust that I decided to quickly grab my duster and give everything a quick sweep.
words are so contagious. I don't wanna be distracted. No,
The last chore is vacuuming, and just like that, our living room is as clean as possible. And before we would go any further in the video, I just want to say a huge thank you for all the feedback on my previous video, and of course for all the new members who joined us here. Welcome, I am so happy to have you all here.
and a reaction. Oh, I give it to you, give into your state of mind. You don't wanna be distracted.
Let's see the next messy but easy and quick to fix area, the hallway. And can you guess what is that simple thing what made it this messy? And if your guess was extra shoes, yes, you are right. We got winter boots for our journey back home, but we don't use in UK, and since those extra boots took up all the space in front of the shoe cabinet, making it harder to reach it, we were all tend to leave our everyday shoes out here. And to fix this issue, I simply need to wash the boots first, then store it away. It sounds almost too easy to be true, but it really works. Since we no longer have the boots out there, we put our shoes away, and it's even worked out so bad that it created a funny little race that who puts his shoes away quicker. Now the kids remind me that, Mom, you forgot to put your shoes away, because usually I am the last one who gets the space to put my shoes away. Usually my hands are so full that I just quickly take my shoes off and get to the kitchen and unload everything from my hands.
No, you're having a reaction. Oh, I can feel that you
I am quickly vacuuming up all the mud because I hate stepping on anything but can hurt my feet. Also, now that the shoes been removed and all the mud from underneath them been exposed, I don't want to spread it all over the house as I get my cleaning tools out from different spots of the house. My husband's bad habit to leave all his tools and things on the shoe cabinet really makes this area look cluttered. Now the solution for this would be to have a designated box for him that he can empty once it's full. But the problem is that he has one, but he's also hard to reach, so he won't use it. Although now I don't have time to clear the path to the box for him, but in one of the future videos we will get that fixed as well. So don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more messy transformations. It's crazy that such simple things can make such mess, but also to fix it is way easier than we would imagine. And what is even better is that fixing this easy clutter mistake will completely change how much you have to clean and how cluttered your home will look.
I can feel you burning up, 'cause tonight we lose it all. We let go.
Before we would get that tiny house project done to make cleaning easier, I wanted to address the muddy paw prints on the wall and wipe them off. Now the project will be painting this little wood ledge because since we sanded it, we haven't painted it. It's quite a high traffic area and we put many things on that ledge. Our cats love to jump on it, so it does get easily dirty and is hard to clean. But it's not just about the dirt but about the stains as well. It's a real oak wood piece, so it gets stained easily. Unfortunately, the clear stain what we used previously didn't work. After a while it was looking like it faded away, or I don't know, but I wasn't able to clean the dirt off. So now I decided to give this Rust-Oleum clear spray a try. It's waterproof, so I hope it will make the wood less prone to staining and easier to clean.
Oh, it's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done. Yet tonight we lose it all.
And that's me worrying that I ruined the ledge and we have to sand it again. The wood turned too dark. I hope once it dries it will get lighter. Until I am waiting for the ledge to dry, I will start working on the messiest area. This is the new doormat what I got and we will sort that too in a minute. But lately I stock up on many new things and those new items needed to be stored somewhere until I can sort them. What ultimately made this room messy and really cluttered. Sorry, but isn't it just adorable? I am also trying to fix things what went wrong lately and really pull myself together and to be more organized and up to date with everything around the house. So this is why I got new bedding, new doormat, new clothes. Also, as I will get my big spring deep cleaning done, I want to do some changes to the look of this room as well, and for that I also got some new things. Then if everything works out, then every area should get a makeover soon, and for that I have to start collecting everything what is needed. I don't know if you can remember when we did declutter my daughter's beddings and clothes, I said I need to get new beddings for her because what she had previously all been different size, and because of that she needed different duvet inserts. So to simplify things, I decided to move her in a single size bedding and I got rid of all her toddler bedding and inserts, widely to only one bedding cover. So this is why now I bought two new ones. 3 bedding covers seems to work fine for us. I don't want to overbuy because we only need one for wash days as a change, what means we have one extra already. Now the reason for that one extra is experience based because there were situations when she's been sick and that one extra was handy to have. Now her clothes have been decluttered too in the same time as her beddings, and I also mentioned I think that I was waiting for my order to come. So I got the order, but since then I keep using these trousers from the box and they go back after wash in the box because I had to declutter more of her trousers. I kept some of the small ones until my order arrived so she can have something to wear. Also, as much as I wanted to only buy as many trousers as she needs, I still ended up hugely overbuying and ending up with many same looking ones. I am so mad at myself for falling into this trap again. It's so hard to not overbuy kids clothes, or is it just me? I go online to buy lined winter trousers for her and I end up buying summer dresses as well because she would look so adorable in them. And of course online shops knows what to recommend for you to buy it as soon as you see it. I tell myself every time when I have to order clothes for the kids online that I only buy a specific amount of clothes for them, but then I start wondering if that size would be too big or they still need a smaller size, and oh, they would look so great in them, and I end up buying way more than we need. So in the future I have to work on this weakness of mine. For us, I have the rule that as many clothes goes in, as many have to come out, but I cannot keep that with the kids for some reason.
I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and flames are getting closer, ooh, oh, 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 my skin's on fire, oh, 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 on fire, ooh, oh, 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 my skin's on fire, oh, 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 lights keep dancing by, painting the sky and adding to our chemistry. Heart beats aligned, right in time. You've become a remedy. I don't wanna be distracted, no, I'm having a reaction. Oh, I give it to you, give into your state of mind. You don't wanna be distracted, no.
Since I did overbuy, I needed to borrow a few hangers from my son's closet, but as soon as we won't need winter coats, many of hers can go because they won't fit her next time.
You're having a reaction, oh, I can feel I can feel you burning up. 'Cause tonight we lose it all, we let go, it's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done. Yeah, tonight we lose it all.
A few forgotten toys, they played with them yesterday and forgot to put them away, I guess. They do put their toys away, but sometimes there are toys what don't get back to their place at tidy up time. Well, they are still kids, so don't expect them to tidy up as effective as an adult. The main thing is that they practice it, and practice makes perfect.
I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and flames are getting closer, ooh, oh, 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 my skin's on fire.
The washing machine finished with the load, but I started before filming, so that needs to be hanged. I don't have much time before I have to pick up my daughter, so I will quickly just take off as many clothes as I need to be able to hang the bedding, and once we are back I can get all of them sorted. Before I would head out, I decided to show you guys the progress what we made so far under 20 minutes, half an hour. So the living room is done, the hallway is kind of done, we have some things what needs to go in the loft. Now in our room you may not see as much of a difference, but we did get rid of a big box already by organizing and decluttering, and we also hang the fresh washing. I think it's truly not bad for a 20 minutes, half an hour cleaning.
Yeah, tonight we lose it all. I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall in flames.
Then I still had a few minutes to spare and I decided to clean her bookshelf top. Now this might be a controversial topic, but I am not keeping my kids' arts, crafts, or at least not all of them. There are a few what we kept as a decor piece for their space, but the rest as they bring it home, if not after they showed us, we talked about it, we praised them for their work, then after a short period of time I will throw them away. Sometimes when I see moms having these special folder keepers boxes and putting away the 100 piece of art, I start to wonder that is something wrong with me? Am I a cold-hearted mom? But of course I am not. I just have a different view on this type of clutter, I would say, because let's be honest, how many times will you go in the basement or up in the loft, get the box and go through those arts and crafts, except when you put them away? Let's say you have only one kid and a really laid back life, you may, but I don't think so. And by the time they will be adults and you will be that old, they might have been already ruined by the age, dumb, bugs. Let's say you would give it to your kids, but what they can get out of the nursery picture as adults? Yes, they would look at them once and that's it. So you just stored all that for you to have clutter. Instead, take a photo of them with their most loved crafts or art so you can see their face, you can see how happy, how proud they were. You can also print it out and write a note at the back of the picture, something related to that moment. You would more than likely take a photo album or a book out and refresh memories and feelings by seeing how that moment really was. I totally get it if you disagree. This is such a personal choice and everyone has their own perspective, but I just wanted to throw this out there because I am sure there are moms or dads who has this battle inside them to keep it or not to keep it. I am a bad or a good parent if I keep it or throw out their works. A bit random footage, but I am just trying to sort those candles. To be honest with you guys, I was keep putting this aside because it takes a long time and is quite tedious, but I still have to get it done. So I did declutter my candles, and these candles are what I need to melt or get the wax out in a smaller jar to be able to light it, or I want to keep its jar for future projects. So let's crack on, and that is also something what I wanted to share about decluttering. Lately I keep stumbling onto the theory about how to declutter, and many times I hear that instead of asking do I like it or is it serving me, to ask if you could live without it. Now, I kind of agree but disagree in the same time. Just as the rest of the questions, this can fail too. Let's say you have a favorite t-shirt with a tiny hole in it. What would be your answer if I ask you if you could live without it? You might well say yes, I could, but I think I am not too wrong when I say that many of us would still keep it with the excuse to use it for painting or gardening or maybe to sleep in it. No one can see it. Who's gonna see that little hole, right? What I think from the fact that we get attached to items is that we don't hoard clutter because we are lazy or we are disorganized. We have clutters because we got too attached to that item or a certain category of items, or there is something in the background, but that's another topic. So decluttering is deeper than asking these questions. What I realized under the years since I have started decluttering our home is that I learned so much about myself. I think to master the how to declutter in the right way is to learn to be honest with yourself and learn what you like, who you want to become, what are your goals, what are your weaknesses or strengths when it's about decluttering especially. A simple example, it's hard to accept that your jeans or shirt doesn't fit you or look on you as you would like to, and no offense or judgment here because I am guilty too. And what many of us is doing is that we will keep that item and make the resolution to lose weight or get more lean. It's good if it really motivates you and you truly can get committed to it and reach your goal. All my respect for those of you guys. But if not, then get rid of it or buy a bigger size, or maybe it's just because that style doesn't suit you, so you have to learn to accept that it's not for you, or there is a hole on that favorite piece, but I could buy a similar one or else exact the same one, but this one doesn't serve me anymore. But all this being said, I don't think there is only one specific and right way to declutter. We are all different. We all see different things as clutter. Just as I see the kids drawing keeping as clutter keeping, for some of you this will sound defensive because you do get more attached to your kids' works. What I also like to ask from myself when I come to something hard to let go is that why is so hard? What is holding me back from letting it go? How would I feel without it? This helps me to map out what is sentimentally attaching me to that item and what solution can I find to resolve this strong connection in order to be able to let it go but still keep that feeling or that memory what that item represents for me. Just as I said, like instead of keeping the kids' arts, you take a photo of them, what definitely will preserve the memory and the feeling by capturing your kid's face with the proud piece. A bit of cleanup after myself and also clearing the crumbs what we already had there, then we will move to the next area. So because my phone warned me that the rain is coming and I saw a big dark cloud, I quickly wanted to get this entry area cleaning done because it's really muddy. Also, I wanted to try and take this fly screen off to wash it because it was so dusty. I should have done this at 4, but I didn't for some reason, but I am glad that at least now I got it done. Also, by removing the screen, the area got so much cleaner looking and brighter, and it feels a bit freeing.
My skin's on fire.
Now, at full time I said I will eventually get the door wiped down, but I didn't thought that eventually will mean next spring. I don't usually go this much without cleaning the entry area for the simplest reason that the mud gets in the house from outside. So if your entry door area is dirty, it cannot serve its purpose to allow you to clean your shoes properly before entering. Also, the cat flap was a disaster too, so no wonders the lots of muddy paw prints. Well, you cannot stop a cat from being a cat, but if the flap is clean, it acts like a little doormat for their paws, and there is way less mess what gets in the house. Then the next theory, what also a bit upsets me, if I can say so, is that if you need to clean more than a half an hour to get your home clean, or if you need to do a reset or deep cleaning, then your home is broken. There is nothing broken. There is nothing what you cannot fix. Often all you need is an organizing system, a system that is easy to follow for every member of your household, a system that allows things to have an easy to reach designated place where they will do get back after use. And if you already have an organizing system but still struggle with some areas, then that means that you have to reevaluate that space and do changes. Also, by decluttering and getting rid of everything what you don't need, I like to call it simplifying, because by reducing the amount of unused or unwanted items, your cleaning gets more effortless, simple, and ultimately your life will be less stressful and more enjoyable from this side of the life. Also, there are times when life just hits you and you can have as organized or as perfectly cleaned house, but life won't care. But that doesn't mean that you never will have that home back. And to get everything back to order, you do need a deep clean and you do need to reset your home. I don't advise any of you to follow my pruning technique because I have no idea what I am doing. I mean, I just cut the dead branches off, but other than that, I have no skill for this, my poor plants. But most of them do survive my pruning, which is a good sign, I think, or they might just trying their best to appreciate my best effort to keep them alive and healthy. Since the rain is on its way, I won't pull the pressure washer out, but that's definitely on my spring deep cleaning list, because from the lots of rain the stone started to turn green. The kids were riding their bicycle the other day and trailed mud in here, so just to wash as much mud off as I can, I will use the water from the bowl. It has some dish soap in it, so that can help with the dirt, and I will scrub the front of the door using my outdoor sweep.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama and trying to be tough for.
I will keep it as simple as possible, so I only added the 2 plants back, no additional decors. I decided to let go of that rusty lantern. I tried to save it, but it's just not savable, so let's just simplify things in here. Also, one of my flowers died due to too much rainwater because I haven't realized that the pot doesn't have a hole on the bottom, so we have to say goodbye to that as well. Now, I do regret not getting a bigger size from this doormat, but once this will wear out, I will go with a bigger one. And I just wanted to show my spring flowers because I enjoy so much that as you get to the door, these flowers just poke out from the distance and their scent is just incredible. And if we clean the outside, it makes sense to clean the stairs as well. Now, I know it would make more sense to clean the stairs before I clean the outside, but because of the weather, I just needed to work other way around.
The daytime. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down. Don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm bulletproof, I won't fall. I'm bulletproof, go on and shoot me down. I will always get up again. You're looking at me so cold. Get over yourself, are you for real? Why are you looking at me so cold? One's love is now we're enemies. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down.
To clean the cat flap from inside, I like to lock it and use my mop to wipe all the dirt off. It's a really effortless way, and it also keeps me on track because anytime I clean the floor here, I wipe the cat flap as well. Just a quick tip to an effortless cleaning.
Once I fell, but now I'm strong, I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me.
Now, I was really hoping that I will get this mold cleaned off yesterday, but we couldn't find nowhere the mold spray what I usually use. Even this morning after school drop-off, I went to the high street and looked for that spray, but since I haven't found any, I decided to use water with a bit of bleach in it. I could use only water, but I wanted to properly remove the mold to prevent any illness what can cause. We just noticed this mold appear before we went away, and by the time we got back it got even worse. In this country, mold is something what you have to constantly look for, at least this is our experience. In every house where we lived so far we had mold issues. The air is really humid and the houses doesn't have proper insulations, what causes the mold issues. Then as a quick solution, I decided to move our dehumidifier in that corner because that is an outer corner, so both sides are outside walls, and I hope this will resolve the mold issue here.
I'm bulletproof, I won't fall. I'm bulletproof, go on and shoot me down. I will always get.
Then I also try to tidy up this corner a bit. Now I could put my hair straightener away, but I am using it nearly every morning, so it only would make my life harder. Also, since we don't sleep here and we don't really use this side of the room other than getting ready, it can stay out. But so far I like how simpler this corner got. Then I also have to fold the clothes because I said that later I will do it, but in the end I didn't have time to get that done yesterday. Then as I was tidying my jumpers and putting the clean ones away, I saw one what I won't use. I like it, but since it has a higher neck, I cannot wear it because of my thyroids. Anything what wraps around my neck, or even it has a crew neck, it makes me feel stronger, so it's no point to keep it. I might will look for a same pattern one, but in a V-shaped neck. Then I also took out that pale red or brick red jumper to take it back home because I won't use it here, but it's warm and darker, which will be working better for our caravan life.
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you've been through.
Then now that the bed been cleared, I will just straighten it a bit. Also, I will just take off the snowflake pillow covers and leave the pillows uncovered because soon we'll get to the spring cleaning. And I know I keep mentioning this, but all these videos are leading us to the spring cleaning, and actually you can take them as press spring cleaning videos. But before I would get into the big spring deep cleaning, I have to get the mess and clutter sorted to make the spring cleaning easier.
Why you got scars? Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before in a movie line.
So the bedding change I think is a bit patchy because my daughter been in and out and I'm not comfortable, or to be honest I don't want to show her on camera, well, any of my children, sorry, just out of respect of their privacy. But she absolutely loves her new bedding, she's really into cats, well, no wonder I think, and if she's happy I am happy too.
We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I am so curious.
then I also cleaned up her bookshelf a bit. I still need to order more appropriate storage boxes for her, but everything takes so much time. Even to sit down and look for the right boxes takes a lot of time. You are measuring sizes, checking practicality, matching colors, comparing prices, and looking at delivery times. And the more criteria you have and the more you are care about getting it right, the longer it takes to find it. All it left is the vacuuming. I feel like nothing makes a room feel more fresh than vacuuming. Getting rid of dust and dirt that can absorb the odor and make your house feel used, it really changes how a room feels. It's the perfect final touch to leave the space smelling clean and looking completely restored. And this is how the room turned out. It's not perfect, but it's definitely looking better. Then the last space to clean for today is the kitchen. I started to buy cleaning stuffs for my spring cleaning, new dusting and wiping rugs, new cleaners. So as I unpack, I will show you guys just in case you are interested.
Always seem to move me like a superstar. What's the story about you? What's the story behind that sad tattoo you're trying?
Then I would like to try this flash with baking soda on our old white grout lines and tiles in the bathroom. Then, as I mentioned, I would like to go through all my kitchen cabinets, declutter them, clean them, and for that I got a few organizers. I wanted to get more, but I couldn't find all what I was looking for in the B&M, so I might need to compromise, and instead of getting all the organizing done with the cleaning and decluttering, I will write a full list about the organizers, what I will need for the cabinets as I clean them, and order it online. Then I also bought this Airwick aerosol-free air freshener, and funny thing is, I was looking for a white one and I got it, and I only now that I took it out realized that I still got the brown one. I don't know how, but that's okay. At least this scent is amazing and it makes the living room smell amazing. My natural air freshener with salt and essential oil didn't work out as I seen in the videos. I don't know if it's something to do with the quality of the essential oil or it just doesn't work. Then I also had a few brochures for our bathroom makeover because I decided to let things go and stop holding ourselves back from getting it done before the loft conversion, because then it keeps us in a stuck position and I feel like this affects me mentally as well. So this is why we have so many tile and LVT sample pieces everywhere. As for now, I am trying to figure out what will work for us and what is what we both would enjoy, and once we decide all the design, then we will get it done. Then I had a few new Easter decorations and my plan is to get that done this week and share with you on Friday, but we also have a lot of school activities with parents meetings and stuff, so I might fail on that, but I will try my best.
I think I've heard it before in a movie line. We can write our own ending.
So we got the candle just emptied, so now all it left is washing them, but first I have to wash the dishes to don't get them mixed with the wax.
This time I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I am so curious about your life, but you're a stranger trying to hide. What I see is not, you don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you tonight. Seven of you and only one is for real. You spin me around and you make believe. Seven of you and only me. How can
It did take a long time to clean them, so I did cut the footage to make it less boring for you guys. I might will also wash them in the dishwasher just to get rid of any remainings, but since I am not really planning to use for food storage, they don't need to be as food safe. They do need to be cleaned, but if the scent's still lingering around, it's not a big problem. And the quick vacuuming here as well. And the last thing for today is to sort all the things what needs to go in the loft to make the hallway more clear. And excuse for the toys, but the kids were playing. And here is the final result. Actually it's the next day because I forgot to film it last night, but this also will show you that how easy it is to keep your home clean when everything being reset and every new item gets its designated spot. The only thing what I done is to make the beds, but we still have signs of living here and there, but all that won't take a long time to fix. Our room got some random bits because those will be used up in the next couple of days. First I wanted to take them in the loft, but then I realized that is no point and it makes things harder or forgotten. And with this it's time to say goodbye for today, but I will be back with a bit of fun Easter cleaning and decorating, and then we continue to beat the mess getting deeper, which means we will get inside some of our messy cabinets and declutter it, organize it and clean it, and this includes the kitchen cabinets as well. So for all the messy transformation, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up as a feedback if you find these videos helpful. Thank you so much for watching, have a lovely week, and I see you in my next one. Bye guys!